Hey everyone, I have a very special treat for you guys today. A friend of mine recently made Master League in Starcraft 2, and wouldn't you know it, he wants to give back to the community, but he needs your help. Coming up next is a video that he recorded in which he goes over some things that he finds very cool from his own play, which he would kind of like to do on a regular basis. However, he needs your help. He needs to know from you what you think of it. Do you like what he has to say? Do you not like what he has to say? Can he improve his presentation? Are there anything that you actually want him to go over? Anything and everything you can think of, drop a comment below. Remember, if you like it, go ahead, click that little thumbs up, give him a like, and I hope you all enjoy.
Hello everybody, my name is Pegasus. I'm a player on the North American ladder. I'm in Master League, and today I wanted to share some replays with you good people of the internet. This particular replay is against a Protoss player named Fenrir over here, and in this game I do a build, or try to do a build, that I am deeply in love with. This build, I learned it from watching a player in the GSL named Curious. He did this, and when I saw him do it, I knew that this was the cheese for me. This is the cheese that I do when I'm feeling frustrated, when I've been cannon cheesed one too many times, when something has to move. Yeah. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Now, you can see that I'm having a very intellectual discussion with Fenrir here. He seems to think that if he tells me he's going to cannon cheese, then I will be unprepared and just lose to it. We'll see how that works out for him. In the meantime, you can see I go 14 gas, followed by, where is it? Where's the 14 pool? Oh, they're going to go 14 pool. You get the idea. There it is. Now he has 2 probes moving across the map right now. He wants to scout multiple locations. Good for him. Or maybe he has something more devious planned. His probe comes in, goes right out, and yeah, dirty little choke point blocking guy who apparently doesn't know how to block a choke point. He can do it with 3 pylons. Cannon cheesing noob. You know, I guess if he's bad at it, yes, good. I'm glad you're bad at cannon cheesing, Fenrir. You know, I'm okay with you being bad at that. In fact, the world would be a better place if everyone was bad at that. You never do it again. Alright. I can see him making his nexus here with my Overlord. So if he's not doing some wonky one base all in after this, he's going into a normal game. Got both his gases, and we'll see what he does with that. Meanwhile, back here, as soon as I had enough gas, and my queen was done, I started my lair. So, see if you can figure out what I'm doing here. I'm not going to tell you. It's going to be a surprise. It involves an expansion, you can see that much. Here I'm spreading out my overlords so that my zerglings, with speed, there it is, just finished, are going to be able to intercept any probes that come into scout. Such as this one, who's cruising across the map right now. And intercepted. That probe revealed absolutely nothing. In fact, I believe Fenrir does not even know that I have taken a gas. He knows absolutely nothing. Look at that. These are way in the dark. Oh, okay, the cat's out of the bag. The ventral sacs. The cat is out of the ventral sacs. You know what I'm doing. He takes more gas, and he makes a Stargate over here. That's actually pretty smart. A Stargate is a really good thing to make if you don't know what your Zerg opponent is doing. You get Phoenixes, you can scout, you can get Void Rays, and help against all-ins. Now, the reason I say at the beginning that I tried this build is I did not execute it perfectly. I should have had a Baneling Nest being made by now, because as it is, Drop Deck's going to finish, and I'm not going to be ready. So if you ever do this build yourself, make sure you start that dang Baneling Nest sooner. I've already researched Overlord speed. These guys are just zipping across the map. I think I'm going to slow down soon, as soon as that Baneling Nest finishes, so we can watch this build in action. Now, as you can see, I'm starting 3 spine crawlers here. That's because the most common tactic that Protoss players are going to do when you do an all-in like this is just try to go for a counterattack, go for some sort of wonky base trade, because they're not going to save their base. Well, they might, but in this case, this guy is not going to save his base. In terms of units, he's got a Zealot, a Void Ray, a Phoenix, and 3 Sentries. I think I have a little more. Now, this is much later than it should be. This should typically hit at around 8 minutes 30 seconds. We're hitting at around 10 minutes. But that's okay. We don't mind. It gets the job done. Here I kind of messed up. These Zerglings did not go into that Overlord. They just kind of decided they didn't want to go into the Protoss player's base. They went AWOL. Now, these guys go into the main, but watch this. See these guys? They're on a shift rally here. Let's watch this. The ones with the Banelings I put over here. And here come the Zerglings to harass and kill and destroy and pillage. And these probes are going to go right by the Overlords with the Banelings in them. Alright, they were pretty much all dead by the time. Oh, goodbye, sentries. We hardly knew ye. Good. Sentries are Imba anyway. Jeez, freaking force fields. I expected them to move all his probes down here so that they could die to this. They're actually long distance mining here, which is pretty smart, I have to say. But meanwhile, he lost his Nexus. His army is dying. His other Nexus is dying. And he GG's. So I think that was a pretty good example of this build. If you want to do it better and more efficiently, you can have the Baneling Nest set up to complete before Drop Tech does. And you can do it at 44 supply instead of like 54 to 60 supply. And if you do those things, you'll wind up hitting at around 830. So I encourage you to try this build the next time you really feel like cheesing a Protoss and you're fed up with cannon cheese. It's really fun.